Fornix vagina right up here where we're going to deposit that sperm. We start talking about our ruminant animals. Most of that mucosa, when we start getting to the outside, is a stratified squamous. And look at it right here. It's really overlapping and stuff. But if you think about it during copulation or during breeding, so we're talking about right there, a penis right here going in. And so a lot rougher in terms of spots here. And so it's designed for it to handle that additional roughness at that spot. Get into it later. We'll have some vestibular glands up in here that actually, that's kind of the secretion and the mucus that provides some mucus. These right here, guys, those squamous cells, you can see pretty cool in terms of that overlap in there. Now, the real cool thing is when we get into it from a high estrogen, and we're talking about ovulation. Right there before we have that LH surge, estrogen peaks, we get ovulation, release of that egg. And so what we end up with is we end up with lubrication. And so what we're looking at there, and that allows for copulation at that time. Now, progesterone flips out. Oh, excuse me. Hey, we're going to get it back in. We've got some of our ciliated columnar epithelial up here. And if you think about it, guys, these cells on the outside of the vagina are designed for copulation. And when we get into the breeding process, the cells up here by the fornix vagina, they are going to be ciliated. They're going to be secretory. And this is to facilitate sperm movement. So pretty cool in terms of where we are there, in terms of different cell type. And under the influence of progesterone, we're going to regenerate all this epithelial tissue here. A little difference there in terms of that, and those mucosal surfaces. And as we said, that columnar epithelial here, it's going to be some of our secretory, as well as when we get out here, this is made for a little bit rougher on some things. But we'll also get some secretory out here, particularly under the influence of estrogen during ovulation. And basically round it out the vulva. And I think we've been over the vulva some before. Vestibular glands can be located kind of on the outside, be really active during estrus and have some lubrication. And that estrus right there we're talking about is when we ovulate or release the egg. And we talked about some characteristics earlier about that vulva we look at from outside. Redness, some swelling. And we'll actually be able to see some of that mucus, guys, right there on the tip sometime to let us know where we are.